guys, I thought I would show you how to make my tomato basil soup, which isn't mine necessarily. I will put the recipe below. I took a couple of different recipes and kind of combined them together. So anyways, I've already kind of started. I forgot I was going to do this, but I will show you what I've done so far. So first, I'm chopping up all the vegetables, which I don't normally put carrots and celery in here, but I am going to do that today. But I put 1 large onion, 2 stalks of celery, and I had baby carrots, so maybe 10 baby carrots. And now I'm going to cut up my basil, about, I don't know, this much. I just got it from the backyard, so, and I'm going to add more at the end. So I'll chop that up and add that. Alright, basil is in, and now I'm going to add 3 cans of diced tomatoes. If you don't have 3 cans, which I know I've been short like a can before, just like fresh tomatoes work as well. Just chop them up, and don't worry about chopping all of these to size because I'm actually going to puree it at the end, so it doesn't really matter. Just need to get it in there. Okay, now I'm going to turn my crock pot on high, and I'm going to set it for probably 5 hours because I know that's probably when we'll eat, but it really only needs about 3.5 hours. And next I'm going to add 4 cups of vegetable base or vegetable broth, and I'm using this vegetable base. It's a lot cheaper and this bottle will last us forever. So I'm going to add 4 cups of water and then 2 teaspoons for every cup. Okay, the 4 cups have been added, and now I'm just going to kind of give it a little stir, and that's all. I'm just going to let it sit for 5 hours, cover it, and it already smells delicious, so the more it sits, the better it's going to smell. Okay, here is what the soup looks like after about 5 hours. Everything is very tender, well cooked. Okay, for the next step, you're going to need 1/2 cup of salted butter, which I don't have any, so hopefully that doesn't make a huge difference because I normally use salted butter. And these are the rest of the ingredients you'll need. Some cornstarch, 1/2 and 1/2, black pepper, oregano, salt. And yeah, so what I'm going to do is melt the butter, and then I'm going to add 3 to 5 tablespoons of cornstarch in here, and I'm going to make a roux, and then, well, I'll show you what I'm going to do. So we're going to melt the butter first. Okay, now that the butter is melted, I'm going to add 3 to 5 tablespoons of cornstarch. And once you add it, that's only 1, but once you add it, you're going to want to stir it, which is really hard to do one-handed. You're going to want to stir it for about 5 minutes until it kind of thickens up. Okay, I'm going to turn off the camera and I'll show you what it looks like when I'm done. Okay, this is what it looks like after it's been kind of mixed. Now I'm going to add a cup of soup. I'm going to take this off the burner. I'm going to do this without making a huge mess. And it's going to kind of bubble like that. And then you just want to mix it because it's low steam. It's all going to kind of thicken up here. And then you want to keep adding. I'm going to add about 3-4 cups to make this roux. Okay, here's what the roux looks like now. You can see it's really thick. And once you add this back into the crock pot, which that's what the rest of it looks like, is all going to thicken up together. So now you're going to want to add 2 cups of 1/2 and 1/2, and you're going to want to do this kind of slowly, which I'm not really going to be able to do with one hand. But you're just going to want to mix all of this in. I'll go ahead and do that and show you what it looks like. Alright, here is the roux when it's all finished. It's nice and thick and creamy. So now I'm going to add this into the crock pot and stir it all together and add the salt, pepper, and oregano. Okay, now that everything is mixed together, I'm going to take my Cuisinart Smart Stick, which I love this thing. This is how I made all of Carter and Cooper's baby food. I just use this. It's super easy. So I'm going to kind of blend this a little bit. going to add is 1 cup of Parmesan cheese. And it may not seem like a lot, or maybe it seems like a lot to you. However, don't add more than a cup of cheese. I've done it before, and it just turns out way too salty. So it's plenty. And like sometimes we put some on top of our soup, but I don't even really think it needs it. So after this, you'll just want to stir it. A couple of the recipes that I looked at said to let it sit for about 30 minutes in the crock pot, but we can never wait that long. So yeah, after that, it's pretty much done.
I'm here too.
You're here too. Are you excited?
Oh my God, this.
Yeah, Cooper's been waiting for this all day. You love this soup, huh?
Yeah.
Yeah. All right. So yeah, after that, we just get a little bit more fresh basil, put it on top, and it's done. And to be real honest, it is even better the second day. So this makes a lot. I suggest making this much because you're going to want more the next day. All right, that's my recipe. I will link it below, and I will also show you what it looks like, what our dinner will look like with we're going to make grilled cheese sandwiches with it. All right, and here is our dinner, the final product. Normally I put some fresh basil on top, but I'm really lazy and I don't want to go outside to get it, so it's just gonna have to do like that. And then I made grilled cheese. So there's how to make our homemade tomato basil soup. Thanks for watching.